Hey everybody, welcome. So today I am talking about Gemini, Sun in Gemini in particular. So Gemini is one of my favorite zodiac signs. Throughout my life, I have noticed a pattern of fun and easy friendships with Geminis. I also had an ex-partner and a close friend who both have a Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon combination. So it's kind of a multiplier of that effect of Gemini. You could also see that person as four-sided instead of two-sided. Gemini being famous for their dual nature, represented by the twins. Gemini is a mutable air sign, ruled by the planet Mercury. I had a sneeze trying to come up there, but I was trying to keep it out of my video, so I think I succeeded. All right, Gemini, mutable air sign ruled by the planet Mercury. So Mercury is all about communication, movement. It is the messenger of the gods. And you can think about this in terms of how fast its rotations are. It does hot laps. And I'm not just talking about its rotations like that. I should say, how fast does it take to do a full lap? It, as many of you know, is the fastest planet. It does really quick movements around the sun. So you can kind of think about it as it's passing by those other planets. It's sort of bringing information from each of them and bringing it back with its hot laps, its messenger nature. So a lot of times people with strong Gemini placements, especially the Sun in Gemini, do have some part of that nature. They like to almost like be a messenger or be a go-between between different groups. They like to be in motion, constantly communicating. They, in my experience, are some of the most communicative people in the zodiac, if not the most talkative. So air sign represents the mind, the intellect, the world of thoughts and ideas. Mutable is the quality of the sign, also known as the modality or the quadruplicity. Mutable is the change maker. They shake things up. As we go through the wheel of the zodiac, there is cardinal, fixed, and mutable. Cardinal is the initiator. They begin the seasons. The fixed signs continue on that energy, and the mutable signs bring it to an end. So there's oftentimes that energy within all the mutable signs, which are Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius. So Gemini and Sagittarius are opposite one another. Gemini being the mutable air sign and Sagittarius being the mutable fire sign. So I would say out of all of those mutable signs, even Gemini could be the most sort of active, high-speed change maker. They're really good at convincing people. They have, shall we say, the silver tongue of Mercury. They know how to, they can really effectively present either side of an argument, whether or not they actually fully agree with or believe that side of the argument. Because you can kind of imagine them like mentally shifting or taking the place of that other argument and being able to express it as though it is their own. So there's that kind of shape-shifting nature. They can also be like social chameleons or social butterflies, be able to fit in many different circumstances, which is really one of their strong suits. They can talk to anybody, and they love to talk to anybody. They really have a lot to say, and they like to hear what other people think as well. They're constantly exploring new ideas, looking to expand their horizons, gain new perspectives, and really like catch stimulation and excitement. They're all about stimulation, mental stimulation, physical stimulation too. But if you want to woo a Gemini, charm a Gemini, really stimulating their mind is going to be a great way to do that. They like to have new interesting experiences, and whatever that means. They're almost like collectors of experience. They're definitely the type of people who are ready and willing to do something just to kind of see what it's like, or to tell the tale of it, to be able to put it on their list of wild, exciting experiences that they've had over the course of their lifetime. So this is a very charming thing, and it makes them really fun, exciting people to have in your circle of friends. Up for anything. But a lot of times they do like to be the one planning those adventures. One thing I've noticed about Gemini is they absolutely love to have something exciting that they're looking forward to. So for that reason, they're very good at planning out not just like the work and the structure of their obligations, but also planning out their recreation and their adventure. They like to have something to look forward to. Mercurial nature also is really expressed in terms of being an eternal student. And they love to gain new information. They love to study and teach as well. They're lifelong learners and lifelong teachers, I would say. And as I said, also really exploring a wide variety of subjects. One of the challenges with Gemini is that same thing. They can kind of have a tendency of being a jack of all trades and going from this thing to that thing to the next thing to the next thing, and never really focusing in on one thing and really attaining a level of mastery with that one thing. Not to say that they can't do it, but there are a lot of shiny objects. There's a lot of distractions, especially when you're a Gemini out in this world. So much to do. So I like to think about these modality and element combinations. So with Gemini, it is mutable air. You could think about that as being like the winds of change. They're changing the spring into the summer. So this is a really exciting time. It's a time of exploration and growth and change. And also it's starting to get hot, especially in the northern hemisphere, obviously. It's starting to get hot. Summer is coming. So there's this kind of like restless change maker energy with Gemini. They rule the hands, like to keep their hands busy, to always be doing something with their hands. And also they're connected with the nervous system. So a Gemini hack, for those of you Geminis out there, can be really easy to kind of be a nervous Gemini. Constantly, a Mercury-ruled air sign does kind of have that tendency of having a racing mind and constantly be thinking about the thing that you are worried about, whatever's bothering you next. Always seeking the next problem and the next problem and the next problem. This is a very restless place to be. So one hack for Geminis is to figure out some type of practice that you can use to calm those nerves. Meditation and yoga are really good for anybody, especially the Geminis, though. If you can figure out how to calm down your body, calm down your mind, it can be really a way to channel that more clear thinking, clear communication that is a power of the sign of Gemini. What else? So another one of the dark sides of Gemini, things to watch out for if you're a Gemini, is kind of just being a contrarian for the hell of it. Being a Libra, I know this all too well. It's one of the dark sides of Libra as well. And possibly one of the reasons why I like to hang out with Geminis, and I feel like I understand them pretty well. But it is something that bothers some people. So kind of being sensitive to who can handle that energy and who can't, because sometimes you really ruffle people's feathers unnecessarily by taking on that constant stance of devil's advocate. The other thing I mentioned is just kind of being aware of that shiny object syndrome. Another thing that I see with Geminis is they got that trickster energy, especially male Geminis. But I would say there's rascals of all types and all sexes. Gemini does kind of like to mess with people. They like to press people's buttons and get under their skin and just like see how people are going to react, right? So that energy can be it can be unnecessary in certain circumstances. So just kind of being sensitive to when that is appropriate and when it isn't. Flightiness as well is another dark side Gemini quality. Is kind of like that quick change up. The reason they have that reputation for being two-faced or two-sided is, or one of the reasons, is that they can change on a dime. It's like that fast, you know. You think they're going one way, and all of a sudden they're doing a complete 180 or 360 or going in the other direction. So that can be a challenge with the Gemini energy. But for the most part, as I said, this is one of my favorite signs. They really do. They make for really fun, exciting friends and partners, and especially if you got your sun in an air sign or a fire sign, meeting somebody else with sun in an air sign or a fire sign, oftentimes can be like fun, exciting compatibility. However, if you're looking for compatibility within a relationship, I always recommend going way deeper than just the sun sign. There's so many other influences in your birth chart. Nobody else has the same birth chart as you do, and it's a unique picture of the cosmos at the moment that you were born. It cannot be repeated for over 3 million years. And obviously, if it's repeated at 3 million years from now, it's going to be a pretty different person from who you are. So there's a lot of unique nuances to every birth chart. If you're interested in looking further into your birth chart, feel free to reach out to me. I do birth chart consultations, and I also do manifestation sessions. So if you don't want to talk about astrology at all and you want to get into your manifestation practice, what it is that you are bringing about, your intentional creations, I do one-on-one consultations with that. And I also do continual cycles of manifestation classes. So the next one is going to be coming up starting right before the next new moon, which is June 9th, I believe. The new moon is June 10th, but a class will be starting right before that. So we can set our new moon intentions, get in tune with the cycles. So if you're interested in that or the reading, feel free to reach out to me. If you want to check out my visual artwork, it's on narwhal.com. That's GNARWHL, narwhal.com. And finally, if you'd enjoyed this video, if you like what I'm doing here, please feel free to give it a like, a comment, and or subscribe to my channel. It helps me to reach more people. And that's why I'm doing this. So thanks for watching today. I appreciate you being here. And I hope that you have a lovely, beautiful, wonderful, awesome life. Peace, everybody.